Hello friends, this is Hatim Rampurawala, and in this video we would be discussing the case study based on the concept of business process re-engineering. So let's begin. ANI is a government-owned bank. The bank has over 2,500 branches in country A spread over all states, union territories, including the specialized branches. These branches are controlled through through 27 zonal offices and 4 NBG offices. So it has 2,500 branches and are being controlled by 27 zonal office and 4 NBG offices. As the government owned bank, it has as a government owned bank, as this bank is a government owned bank, it has usually been the first preference for the customer while choosing a bank. In the last 6 years, the government has see the government has permitted a number of the foreign banks to operate within the country in order to solve the problem of the foreign exchange shortage and open up the foreign trade as an instrument to promote the economic development. So the government has allowed number of the banks, foreign banks, to enter the Indian market and to do the banking business to improve the foreign exchange trade for economic development. These foreign banks offer diverse range of services such as direct access to the executive management, a single point of contact to collaborate to coordinate all banking needs, appointment banking to save times, free online banking services 24 by 7, free unlimited ATM access. See, this all service have been provided by foreign banks. In contrast, ANI has very eliminatory information, very eliminatory information system covering only for internal transaction handling accounting activity. Accounting. Wait a second. Okay, so we'll continue. That is from the para. That is, in contrast, ANI has a very eliminatory information system covering only for the internal transaction handling accounting activities. Customer have to visit bank to carry out various transactions like checking bank balance, cash deposit withdrawals, transferring money of time as an employee, and clerical staff of the bank can attend only few customer at a time. So they have to visit the bank branch for depositing cash, checking bank balance, transferring money. And often customer complain about the amount of the time as an employee and a clerical staff of the bank can attend only few customers. So the customer also have to wait much because staff can handle only few customers at a time. Customer service evolution has never been undertaken by ANI. So foreign banks are basically, if you can understand, if you would have understood by the question, that they are providing 24 by 7 services, then various other services, that is online, see, direct access to the executive management, single point contact, coordinate all banks need, then uh, uh, this all bank appointment banking to save time, free online banking services 24 by 7, unlimited ATM services. So these all services have been provided by the foreign bank. And in ANI there hasn't been any such customer evaluation has never been undertaken by the ANI. Other processes, new account application, are complex, requiring requiring completion of many documents formalities. board of directors Board of directors were worried from the growing popularity of the new style banks. So ANI board of directors were worrying of the new style bank. The board of directors of the ANI has recently held the meeting to discuss these shortfalls in its current services and need to re-engineer the ANI business process. So now the business board of directors have analyzed the problem. They are aware, and now they are trying to consider in the meetings, that is they are trying to consider it uh, in this in their meeting being held, that they should discuss on these all shortfalls in the current services and need to re-engineer the ANI business process. So what is the required part? Advise how the business process re-engineering can be used to improve the ANI current processes. Okay, so we have to give the answer that how the business process re-engineering can be used to improve the ANI business process, that is banking business process. Solution is okay. A short solution. BPR is fundamental rethinking. So this is basically a definition. BPR is a business process reengineering, is a fundamental rethinking and radically redesigning of the business process to achieve a dramatical improvement. So business process reengineering is two things. First, fundamental rethinking and radically redesign. So fundamental rethink, radically redesign. Fundamental rethinking and radically redesigning of the business process to achieve a dramatic, means not a small improvement, not as a small improvement. That is from, for instance, if we say improvement in 5%, 7%, 10%, no, a major, a drastic improvement, that is 50, 40, 30, 30, 40, 50, 60%, like such a big improvement, a drastic improvement in the critical contemporary measures of performance such as cost. So there can be improvement in the cost, that is cost has been reduced, quality improvement, services, speeds. In other words, BPR is concerned with the result of the processes, those activities. BPR is mainly concerned with the results of the activities. To implement the BPR, firstly, each business process of the ANI needs to be divided into series of the processes. Then each business process is required to be documented and analyzed to find out whether it is essential, whether it provides support to other value processes, and whether it is adding value. So first thing in implementing BPR, first to divide the entire process of the ANI business process, then analyze each and every process whether it is adding value. Any processes which do not add value to the process, so basically the value chain analysis concept has been merged with this. That is, value added activity should be kept, non value added should be eliminated. Those processes, see, and where we are, any processes which do not add value and does not provide essential support to the value adding services must be removed. Those processes that remains requires to be re-engineered, restructured, so that they can be so that can be as efficient as possible. For ANI, new technology should be introduced to improve these processes. However, ANI must ensure that the statutory compliance regarding these processes are not undermined. So while implementing this, that is, first to analyze value added, non value added activity, and then to implement the value added activities, that those processes that remain required to be re-engineered, restructured, so that can be as efficient, as possible. For the ANI, new technology should be introduced to improve the processes. So for improving this whole entire process, to bring a radical change, drastic change, new processes, new technology should be introduced. However, ANI must ensure that the statutory compliance regarding these processes are not undermined. So this process, statutory compliance is not undermined, not sacrificed. We can't use the word sacrifice, but yeah, it should not be something that should be lagged. So it should not be undermined. It should be followed in the same line. Then ANI is facing a super competitive marketplace where the customer expects a superior experiences. So it is facing a competitive marketplace, hyper competitive marketplace, where the customer are expecting a higher experience, a superior experience. BPR activity would help the ANI in understanding those processes which an ANI customer value the most and remove those that are of not value. So BPR basically help the business, that is ANI in this case, to identify, to analyze, and to to understand those processes which an ANI customers values the most, and to remove those that are not value added. Then custom foreign banks are offering diverse range of services such as direct access to the executive management. Then write the same sentence as they have given in the question, what all foreign bank is providing. Then foreign bank are providing direct access to the management, a single point contact to coordinate all banking needs, appointing business appointment business to appointing banking to save times, online 25 banking 24/7, free and limited ATM access. Clearly these are the valuable business processes valued by the customer. So BPR help to identify which processes the business of which all are processes which the ANI's customer expects, basically. So these all are the services which the customer See, these are the valuable business processes valued by the customer. So if these are being valued by the customer, so these should be implemented, and other non-value added should be excluded, should be eliminated, not excluded but eliminated. ANI should incorporate all this facility. So now what in business process reengineering they will do, they had identified what the customer needs. So customer needs this online 24 by 7 services, direct access to the executive and all services. These all value added activity they needed. So that should be implemented, that ANI should incorporate all this facility in their banking process to enhance the customer satisfaction and service level. So now if they also implement all things, then a customer would be satisfied with the ANI as well. Opening of the new account in the ANI is complex process. See, this has been done. Now the second para they had given in the case study was that opening new account, where it is, see, in fifth class, other processes, new account new account application are complex, requiring the completion of many documents formalities. Board of the director were worried about the growing popularity of the new style. Okay, so now based on that thing, there is they are given that opening of the new account in the ANI is a complex process, and since it require multiple forms to be uh, com- multiple forms to be complied with. So what they should implement is online application. They should implement that. If there should be that there can be a proper application screening validation, so that physical work will be reduced and processing will be done in an easier manner, fastest manner can be done. So that we'll see that opening new account in the ANI is complex process, since it require multiple forms to be complied with. Though through BPR, ANI would analyze those processes and identify the need for only one form that contain all the necessary in customer. So instead of many forms to be filled by the customer, they should introduce only one form that contains all the necessary customer information. Further, it is also possible to initiate the opening of the new account through the development of an online application form. As I said, there should be an online application form on the ANI's website. Online entry would remove the possibility of the form being lost or incorrect. So there cannot be an incorrect data being provided. Then the problem of the hard copy of the form being lost, that can also be eliminated, again enhancing the customer satisfaction, since the customer need not to visit the ANI branch. So now for opening the account, they don't need to visit the bank, but they can fill the data and open the new account from their place, their home as well. Okay, so ANI, so the customer need not visit the ANI branch to open the account. There should also be online processing, authentication, validation, as to ensure that data fields are correctly filled by the customer. There should be online validation, what we can say, validation check being placed, that that all the data fields are correctly being filled by the customer. That would be result in error detection. This would also remove unnecessary staff activity in checking reprocessing the form. So unnecessary rechecking has been eliminated if proper validation has been implemented in the online application form. It is likely that the BPR may increase the cost in the short term as an investment in the technology. So by this, there would be cost involved on the part of an ANI, but in long run it would be helpful. However, this would reduce substantially level of mutual activities and processes, thereby providing speedy services to the customer. In long run, this would result in a high level of the efficiency, probability, and the better level of the customer satisfaction. In short term, there would be an investment, huge investment. There would be the increased cost in the BPR may increase the cost in the short term as the investment in technology. BPR may increase the cost in short term due to increased investment in technology, but in long run, however, in the long term, this would result in the high level of efficiency, profitability. The efficiency will increase, profitability will increase, and better level of customer satisfaction and retention. The basic problem of customer being unsatisfied, unhappy, that will be resolved. That is, customer would be satisfied and customer would be retained. So with this, we have completed the. See, this is BPR in practice. This is just an example, a real case, real life example, which has been, what we can say, experienced by, means in real life example of Ford Motor Company. They had implemented the BPR. So In every concept there has been uh, concept in practice, that is BPR in practice, Six Sigma in practice, total quality management practice, but that we are not discussing yet. We were just discussing the case study. You can read this thing. Okay, so we are done with this. Thank you for watching the video.